Cowboys will kick it away to start us off. Fielded in the end zone. It's Wilson. Stopped at the 26, brought it out. An extra yard. On first down, here comes this offense. They move the tight end all over. Use the play fake, now to throw. Makes the grab, it's Skinner. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
Not difficult, not complicated, but early in the game, get in that rhythm. Find that timing with your wide receiver so you're set up for success. Then you go attack deep later on.
Dropping back, it's Daniels. Throws to the tight end. That pass is incomplete. Not sure exactly what went haywire there, but the timing was just off.
And that's your job as a defense, right? You got to find a way to disrupt the timing and jam wide receivers or get to the quarterback and make him feel uncomfortable, but you can't let that timing be easy and effortless. Nice job by the defense.
Takes it from the gun on third down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And I like the aggressiveness on third and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's fourth and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
On fourth down, they'll pass for it. Fires left. Makes the grab, and it's plenty for the first down. Not much of a fourth down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's fourth down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
Pocket starts to collapse. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
It's been a little bit of a seesaw here the last two plays. Offense gets a chunk play, and then the defense gets a sack. Great job by the defense there, turning the page and coming up with the big one.
On second down, he'll fire. Throws to the wideout. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose.
It's loose. Now the defense has got it, and they're going the other way.
Man, it's so hard to keep a rabbit in the cage, that quarterback, right? He's going to scramble around, he's going to make plays, and when he gets outside the pocket, you're just trying to get a hand on him. How about getting a hand on him, forcing the fumble, and recovering it? Great job by the defense continuing to chase that QB.
Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. All kinds of room to the right. Pistols firing, touchdown Cowboys. And once he got loose, it was all over.
Man, I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that. And he can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners when he kicked it in gear and got the long touchdown.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. What a way to send a message. Huge play in the running game. One snap, and you've got a touchdown on the board. The kickoff team out there set to boot it away. Coming out with it, it's Wilson. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, David, they've got to get something.
And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. Touchdown, Oklahoma State. A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick six, and that defense will come out feeling it. He'll bring it out. It's Wilson. Slips through the line. He goes out of bounds at the 40 after an excellent return. The Kansas offense returns to the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right at...
Snags it on the right. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down.
And that's why this guy's a complete running back. He's good between the tackles, he can pass block, but he can also run routes. And we're not just talking about screens or swing routes. This guy gets vertical down the field, and he can run the route tree.
Still in the pocket and fires over the middle. Touchdown, Kansas! What a catch and run for 6. Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. The kickoff team out there getting set. He'll bring it out. It's Green. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Oklahoma State has it back, and the offense is on the field. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
Receiver looks it in, it's complete. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down. And the Cowboys will hustle to the line.
I'll tell you, man, I love quarterbacks that have arm talent, but that can throw it accurately at the same time, and you saw all of it on.
And the ball is intercepted. He goes out of bounds, but he creates the turnover and a great opportunity for his offense.
I love when people start to understand what we're doing defensively. If they're going to pass the football and that's where they're going to live, well, I'm going to live in dime. I'm going to bring more defensive backs on the field so I can cover more of these speed guys that they have out.
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And he makes the grab at the 20. He flips his field in an instant, and he's got him set up at the 20. This offense just gets a bolt of energy when they get a play like that. Now they're in the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 20. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Moving out of the pocket. Lets it fly. Working that left side.
A nice job by the defense there, tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Looking for a man. It's Daniels. Moves around to clear up the vision. Firing to the right, complete. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the 1st period.
Oklahoma State 14, Kansas 7.
Now facing a 3rd down as they line up after the break. Looking to throw for it. Dumps it to the back. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd down.
Well, on 3rd and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down.
Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the 1st down. It might be a gamble to go for it on 4th down. With that distance, it's a real gamble to keep it on the ground.
Yeah, I don't think the defense was ready for it. I know I certainly wasn't. I don't know about you guys. I thought that was going to be a throw, but it caught him off guard running the football, and they're able to keep this drive alive.
Relentless. Running gets it down to the 4.
Man, I love the decision-making right there. Like, drop back to pass, look for your shots. You don't see it, tuck it, get positive.
They pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Now listen, the defense won that play. As an offense here, the key, David, you can't go back-to-back negative plays. You got to be smart with the football here. Looks like you're going to have to throw it. You just can't force it. You got to make sure you're playing with that clock in your head. You can't take a sack.
And I think this is a situation where I spread you out. I get more speed on the field. I make the defense declare. I see what they're in, but I'm...
Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Jayhawks.
And that's what I love about empty sets and formations on offense, is that when you spread the defense out, you create bigger lanes to throw into. You saw it right there.
Lining up for the PAT. Splits those uprights right in half. That touchdown drive covered 61 yards. And they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner goes down. Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
It's first down from their own 23-yard line. To the ground with the back. Barrels all the way to the 29, a gain of 6.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Fires to the middle. Makes the grab. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. The Cowboys headed quickly to the line.
That QB is absolutely going to buy all the hog mollies up front at steak dinner tonight. My goodness, when you have that much time in the pocket, I think I could be successful. And I don't even like quarterbacks or want to play quarterback.
And the Cowboys have it with a 1st and 10. Defense looks as if it's coming. Back to throw, it's Bowman. He'll take the deep shot. And it's incomplete. Good play downfield by the DB.
This defense is heating up. They got an interception the last possession. You could tell breaking on the football really, really well. Seeing where the quarterback's throwing and going to try to get it. Got another hand on it. Almost had another interception.
Going to throw it to the right. He's got his man. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. A new set of downs after the completion. He'll just keep slinging it. Release to the back. Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch.
You know, it's hard enough just to catch passes in college football, but to do it while also being cognizant of where you are in the field and making sure you get a foot down inbounds, that's really impressive.
Inside the 25, they'll snap it from the 24. First down. He's going to pass. That's caught. It's Owens. Makes the catch and knocked down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. The defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Unloads to the wideout. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Cowboys! They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7.
Oklahoma State 21, Kansas 14. 21 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 Ka
away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Wilson. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the...
He wants to take the top off. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming. It is a valuable tool to have a quarterback that can extend a play like that. But sometimes you're smart to be check down Charlie and just take something easy and not invite disaster.
Because when you roll out, you're rolling out, you're cutting the field in half, right? The defense starts to run from one side to where you're rolling out to. The field kind of shrinks, and it kind of becomes a little bit of backyard ball. And you can tell he forced that within there. Didn't get the interception, thank goodness, but it wasn't a great decision.
Now on 3rd and 10, if they can move the chains here, maybe they can get this drive started. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. The give to the back. Open space at the 25. He showed it all there. A little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down.
Well, if at first you don't succeed, try again, right? It's been really hard for this offense in this game to run the football, but they finally break off a big run there. That could be the play they need to really generate momentum and get this run game going.
Quarterback extends the play. Oh, he's going backwards, in trouble, and down he goes. A tremendous loss. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. Scanning the field, it's Daniels. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. He's going to run it. On the move at the 30.
This is why everybody grows up and wants to be an offensive coordinator and not a defensive coordinator, because he can do that. He drops back, he's supposed to pass, but you know what? I'll just scramble around, and I'll just go get plenty of yards and pick them up and put them down, and I'm faster than most of your other guys too, so good luck stopping him.
Still on his feet at the 45. There's a timeout call as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Going up top on first down. Lets it fly deep downfield. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. And they make the play and make sure there's not any scoring opportunity right here before the end of the half.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Using the spin move. And after that short game, they'll head to the locker room for halftime. So that's going to do it here in the first half. Stay tuned for the halftime break. And the Jayhawks will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. Let's see what he can do with the return. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Oklahoma State has it back, and the offense is on the field. Keeping it on the ground to open the second half. Weaves his way ahead and gets 5 out to the 18-yard line.
A lot of times it's hard to see those linebackers coming down late and blitzing through a gap. The offense did a really nice job getting a hat on a hat, blocking up front so the running back can get some positive yards.
Trying to move them on the counter. Not a whole lot of room to run. Let's give him a couple.
think you run that play so you stay out of 3rd and long. 3rd and long is not where an offense ever wants to thrive. 3rd and medium, hey, I'm good with that. So you run that play to make sure you're set up for a good 3rd down.
They're trying to get to it. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play,
he hurls one deep down the left side. And they can't connect, and the gamble does not work out.
I know the analytics tell me to be aggressive and go for it, but in the second half, in these ball games, the analytics don't work for every single situation. And right now, you've set them up. I just hope this one doesn't come back to bite you.
Headed to the end zone. And he'll run out of bounds just short of the goal line. Wanted to get it in, but couldn't quite get home. The Jayhawks are threatening on 1st and goal. Back to pass, it's Daniels. Flips it out to the back. And a quick completion, an even quicker loss. The defense was right there to knock him down.
I want to make sure I know where the playmakers are. And I can't let guys like this guy slip out of the backfield and make big plays against me. Good job being aware that they can throw the ball.
And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Rock Chalk Jayhawk. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
you saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the return man has no place to run, no place to hide, and a place to be tackled. Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive there.
And those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They moved the chains. They marked it at the 29. After that completion, move the sticks. It's 1st down. A little misdirection and the handoff on the counter. And he knocked him down after he picks up 5 out to the 34.
All right, they've shown this formation a lot of times, especially in the first half. Now what do? They show the formation, pull some guys and run a counter backside. Beautiful play design. Way to adjust in the second half.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Back to throw, it's Bowman. Gonna take a shot. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down. We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. Looking to throw on 3rd. Catch in the middle, it's Owens. Bust through behind his pad. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm fine.
Oh, picked off. Trying to take it back. He's inside the 40. At the 20. And it's going to be a pick 6.
Yeah, dude.
Rock chalk. What a play by this defense with the pick six.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
And the point after is good. They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick six. Fielded in the end zone, it's Green. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Oklahoma State has it back and the offense is on the field. That last pick six after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of a game.
The defense is still celebrating. I mean, such a big play. I mean, they gave up some yards but did what they're supposed to do. Now, Jesse, this offense has to put a drive together.
Yeah, they have to recapture some momentum here. What they can't do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back.
That last completion sets him up on second down. Back to throw, it's Bowman. Coming after it. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
It doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Wide out in motion. On third down, he drops to throw. They're bringing heat. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
Well, quarterback went down behind center pretty quick that time, and it makes you wonder as a play caller, against this pass rush, do you start thinking about maybe rolling your quarterback out and changing the launch point?
On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. He lets it fly. It's complete. A huge pickup. Well, they just drained all of the suspense out of the fourth down conversion, moving the chains easily. Might as well try to punch them while they're reeling. You get one huge play to set it up. Now it's 1st and 10 inside the 40. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. What a good run there. He has enough for the first down. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Pulls and throws out the RPO. And brought down, looks as if that's how we'll end the third.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, Kansas 28, Oklahoma State.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. He's looking to throw. Makes the catch. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. Field shrinks. Tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Wilson. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. The Kansas offense returns to the field. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. With jet sweep pass. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch. So pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the inside.
On defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Off the play fake. Trying to get to him. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
You've got to keep drives alive late in the game. When you're starting to get in the fourth quarter and it's a one-score game, you got to do whatever you can as that quarterback to scramble around, get extra plays, extra first downs. Really nice job there by the QB.
And a nice pickup on the run and gets down to avoid contact.
Every possession later in the game means so much more. You start getting in the fourth quarter, one-possession games, QB drops back and makes these first downs. These extra set of downs now become so much more important late in these ball games.
And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. They can really be aggressive after that last play at 2nd and 3. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Running behind those pads, he gets a couple before he's stopped at the 18. The clock has stopped as we have reached the 2-minute warning here in the ballgame. This could be the biggest play of the game so far. 3rd down and 2. Looking to pass, it's Daniels. Fires to the wideout. Serious arm strength on that 3rd down pass, but it's incomplete.
Great play by the defense, forcing the incompletion. What do you do now if you're on offense? Game is tied. It's late. Do you have the confidence in your quarterback and your offense to convert this 4th and short and give yourself a chance to win this game now?
And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains.
And I got to be ready mentally and physically. Mentally, I got to know exactly where the sticks are. 4th and 2. Can't dilly-dally around. Got to run physical. Got to break tackles. Got to go through people. Whatever I need to do to get that 2 yards. Nice job running the football.
Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. He's looking to throw it. He wants it all. Touchdown, Kansas! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th.
Man, how about this offense in crunch time, doing what they do, getting 6 on the board. Now I turn to my defense right now and say, boys, we need one more stop. Go out there and get me one more.
The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. So it's an 80-yard drive, and they finish it by firing one in from the 13 for the score. Coming out with it, it's Green. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. There's plenty of time to work with here, but they have to be highly efficient in their attack, Jesse.
So it comes down to the quarterback position too, Reese. Don't let the moment get too big. Play within yourself, David, because this guy's practiced the situation before.
No doubt. Use the sidelines. They're your friend. I don't have to take deep shots. Throw beyond the first down marker so I can stop that clock for a little bit and possibly use my timeouts.
Dropping back, it's Bowman. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Brings it down on the right side. Gets it into the end zone, but there's a flag down. We'll see if this one is coming back. They'll decline the penalty here. The result of the play stands. Ready to try the point after. And that extra point was good, and we are deadlocked here in the 4th. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. He'll bring it out. It's Wilson. He gets it across the 25 to the 27 after bringing it out of the end zone. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. He leaves it with his back. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
And a great job on the offensive line. If you're going to run the ball right up the middle, you better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big game.
He uncorks a bullet to the right. And he's got it inside the 10. They make the tackle just outside the end zone, but it'll be first and goal from the 1.
Ooh, the defense so lucky that was not a touchdown. The offense saw an opportunity to take a chance and take a shot, and they executed that play beautifully.
This offense right on the doorstep. They can grab the lead late as time continues to wind down. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Wants to throw. It's Daniels. Steps away. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the fourth. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. He's looking to throw. Lets it fly. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be third down.
Yeah, and that's fine. Listen, it's go time. Right now it's coming up on third down. You probably got 2 downs anyways. It's the fourth quarter. It's time for this QB to take charge.
Getting some heat. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waning moments. That could be a costly play. So here we are on fourth down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. You understand the celebration after taking the lead, guys, but this thing is not over yet.
It is a nerve-wracking feeling as a football player when the game comes down to your kicker. And he has to come through, and Palmer, he comes through with flying colors.
And you know in college football, no field goal is automatic. But there's no college kicker situation here. He drills that right through the uprights. And David, it looks like his team's getting the dub.
Comes out throwing on first down. He's going up top here late in the game. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
Man, you know the defensive coordinator on that play was holding his breath, because in the fourth quarter, you got one of the fastest players in the game going deep on you, and that's going to be a helmet sticker for somebody. Like, forcing an incompletion against that guy, that's incredible.
Pressure coming. When we get to the offseason and they start having coaching clinics, they're going to roll this game tape back to show both offenses.
Dial it up and let it run. I mean, that's essentially what we saw in this game. It didn't matter what either offensive coordinator was calling. Everything seemed to work through throwing the football in the intermediate passing game, the RPOs, the run game. David, this was just clinical offensive football.
And offenses have evolved so much. They can do so many different things, and they know how to use their playmakers, get speed and space, make those big plays. So that's why offenses are ahead of defenses in this game. It was no different.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. Welcome, everybody, and we are fired up for another sensational college football matchup. Nobody at home today who can stake their claim in this neutral site showdown. Today, we have one of those games that tests your focus. Top 25 team against an unranked opponent. Can you take care of business? As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Oklahoma Sooners, taking on the 5th-ranked team in the land, the Miami Hurricanes. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Sooners will boot it away to start the game. He'll bring it out. It's Johnson. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 50.
Teams will take over. First and 10.
Offense getting set for first down. They're going to open this drive with a pass. How about getting the foot down on that throw for the big completion? This guy's always a big part of the game plan, and they get him involved right off the bat.
I mean, it's pretty simple. Your best players should touch the football the most. First play out the gates. I know I got a big-time advantage, big-time wide receiver. Get him the football, make the gain. I expect we'll see a lot more of that throughout this football game.
Now on first down from the 28. Looking to throw, it's Ward. Going for the big play. He's got it down the right side. Running toward the tape. He just brought some serious energy, making that huge play and getting it all the way down to the 23-yard line. That big play flipped the field. Now they go to work from just outside the red zone. Off play action on first down. Looking down the middle. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Tips, deflections, those are such good things for defense. A lot of times they lead to interceptions and big plays. Just try to get any kind of disruption you can.
Second down after that incompletion. From the shotgun, they'll run it. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it.
You've got to be loving what you're seeing from your offense here on the opening drive of this game. They're in a really nice rhythm. They've got real good balance going on right now, and they've got the defense on their heels.
Looking to throw. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Hurricane!
This defense has their hands full in this game because of what you saw right there. This quarterback is one of the fastest players in the entire country, and he runs one in. They're going to have to do a better job getting hats to him because they know they're going to see the QB run a lot today.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And what a way to finish it with a 9-yard touchdown run. Just about set to kick it away. He'll bring it out. It's Ocha. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He'll come out throwing on first down. Shoots it to the left. He makes the catch. Makes the stop at the 33, but it's a 15-yard gain. Just the ability to move the chains, keep the drive going, sort of quintessential efficiency from a Sooner quarterback.
Yeah, and from a Sooner offense because, Reese, they keep the drive going, but what does that do? Most Oklahoma teams over the years, we see them go fast, and they wear you down throughout a football game, so the quarterback play on those completions that move the sticks that make you play 3 more plays, 4 more plays, 5 more plays, and just wear you out.
Well, it's a simple play. QB's just looking for his big fella, the tight end, and he couldn't reel it in.
Couldn't make the connection on first down. Now here on second. Dropping back, it's Arnold. Feeling some heat. And they got him for the sack. Oh, man, that defensive back just hurled himself in there like a lightning bolt to get the quarterback.
And you see the speed, the closing speed to run, chase the quarterback, get him on the ground. That's why he plays defensive back. He looks like a pass rusher here, but you could definitely see he can hit that turbo button.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Got his man downfield. Off he goes. He's at the 10. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown Sooner.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And the extra point was good. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone, it's Johnson. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. They've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
Still some work to do after that last completion. It's 2nd down. Looking downfield, it's Ward. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
That's an example of the offensive coordinator trying to be aggressive and trying to take a shot. Now, the offense isn't able to click on that play, but moving ahead in the 2nd half, it's important they continue to dial up these big plays. You want to stay aggressive, and you want to keep testing this secondary.
On target to the left. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's 1st down at the 38.
And a really good job by the quarterback being very decisive. He saw his matchup, he went for it, he attacked it, got the positive gain. I would say he's going to find that guy a few more times today.
Trying to find his man on 1st down. Caught over the middle. It's George. He stopped at the 48, a pickup of 10 on the play.
Zone coverage means everybody's looking at the quarterback. So now, when I'm a wide receiver, I got to make sure I know I fit in the hole between these zones. I know where they're dropping to, and I know where I need to get to. Great job.
And he can't escape, and down he goes.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front 7 on defense, it's going to be tough.
Throws to the wideout. It's caught downfield. Several defenders get an assist on that tackle.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down. This is the absolute right call. They're going for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Finds his man, and they convert. No hesitation, no trying to baby the ball in there. He just fired it complete.
Fourth down, no problem. I'm just going to rip this to my wide receiver. He believed in himself. He knew he could get it, and they get the fourth down conversion.
The Hurricanes will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking downfield, it's Ward. Unloads to the wideout. And wings it incomplete. Well, the timing on that throw and on the route was just convoluted and messed up from the beginning.
And you see quarterbacks and wide receivers in the offseason always working on timing and always working on throwing on air. But when you put a defense in front of them, now things start to speed up a little bit. A lot of times.
And he's got it inside the 15-yard line.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
After that huge play, right back at him on 1st and 10 from inside the 15. The aerial assault continues. Fires to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Canes. I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play calling by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling, and it showed up with the touchdown.
And he tacked on the extra point. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Fair catch, called for and made. Here comes the Oklahoma offense. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tired.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. To the air, it's Arnold. Pocket starts to collapse. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. He finds his man. Oh, it's loose. And this fumble will squirt out of bounds. And sometimes it's better to be lucky than good, and they were lucky that that ball went out of bounds.
Yeah, they sure were. These ball carriers have got to know that this defense, they play with so much aggression. They're always trying to get extra hats to the football. You have got to protect this thing at all costs. Lucky that ball rolled out of bounds.
Looking left. Got his man. Afterburners coming. The tag. Touchdown, Oklahoma. And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this and running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there, a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Johnson. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. comes that Miami offense back onto the field. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
Back to pass, it's Ward. Got his man in the middle. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
Really nice job by the quarterback understanding I needed to throw this ball hard. Like, I got to fit it in there tight. And a nice job by the wide receiver wearing it, because he really didn't have a choice, because he was going to wear that one regardless.
We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the first half. Fairly manageable distance here on third down from the 27. They'll try to get it through the air. Forced out of the pocket. Trying to make magic with his feet. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Sometimes these guys just have eyes in the back of their head. You saw it right there. He was able to buy himself time, get outside the pocket, and at that point, I think the decision was pretty easy. Hey, I can go get this with my feet. And he was able to do that. Now they got a fresh set of downs.
And the Canes have it with a 1st and 10. Used the play fake, now to throw. Took a shot as he threw. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Yeah, this offense might want to think about moving the launch point for this QB, because if you take hits like that from the pocket, it's really tough to complete passes.
Ball still at the 45 after the incompletion. They'll snap it 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Quarterback strolling away from heat. Got it in the middle. It's Arroyo. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line.
Man, and tight ends in today's modern college football are so difficult to stop because they're so much more athletic than they used to be. Today, they're just like big wide receivers. So defensively, how do you stop it? Do you have someone who has the physical dimensions to match up with this guy one-on-one?
Makes the grab. Takes it to the house. Touchdown, Miami.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finished things off with a scoring toss from the 33. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. Back and forth we go on these last couple of drives, David. Everybody moving the ball.
Man, these offenses are in a rhythm. Everything they're doing right now is working. A lot of scoring. This puts a lot more pressure on your offense, Palmer, when you walk on the field.
And at this point, too, David,
that's a live ball. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
And he was under so much duress on that play. You saw him scrambling, trying to buy time, doing everything he can to keep the play alive. But the defense just kept coming in waves, and he got a little bit downfield before they finally knocked it out and jumped on that fumble.
Great spot to start this drive for the offense. To throw, it's Ward. It's on target and complete. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. And after that pitch and catch, he's already over 200 yards, and we're in the first half, Jesse.
Man, Reese, he's dialed in right now. He's really doing a nice job seeing the field, reading coverages, and finding his open guy.
He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. On second down, wants to throw. Chucked it away just as he was hit. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. They'll go to the air on third and short. Now he's going to break the pocket. And he's got it! Touchdown, Hurricane!
What a throw by the QB. You think about it, you don't have much space near the sideline, and he put that thing right on the outside of the sideline where his receiver could go make a play. Not only does he make the play, I'm pretty sure he got a foot in bounds, and that's a great touchdown catch. What a playmaker.
They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. So much for the touchback. Here he comes. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
You've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Looking to take a shot. It's caught. And what a job to get the foot down and make it a huge gain along the sideline.
And what a massive play for the offense. Not only getting the football across the 50, but they've now put themselves in position to steal a few more points here before the half.
You get a play like that and you feel like you can go in and finish the deal. It'll be 1st and 10 from just inside the 50. They're trying to get to him. Floating away. He'll take another shot here. Underneath toast the coverage. Got it deep downfield. Almost took it all the way there, but it's a huge gain, and they're set up with a 1st and goal.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Looking to throw, it's Arnold. Got his man on the outside. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Picked up some of what they needed on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. Trying play action. Caught in the backfield. It's Sharp. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half.
I think they tried to slip into that tight end really quickly and get him the football and create some space and maybe try to make a play, but the defense said no. There is nowhere to go. Defense actually gets him for a loss.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Wide receiver shows motion. Looking to throw on 3rd and goal. And that one was way too far for anybody to catch except the ticket holder.
3rd and short in college football today. You see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
They're going to pass on what would figure to be an easy 3 points and instead go for it on 4th down. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. From the gun, he'll try to throw. Going for 6. And that one is picked up in the end zone. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Well, coming into this game, this offense knew that points were going to be at a premium. If you can't score touchdowns down here in the red zone, you at least got to come away with field goals, but you can't do that if you're throwing interceptions. That's just poor execution by the offense.
Looking to throw, it's Ward. Unloads it left. It's caught. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. So that'll do it here in the first half. Stay tuned. Halftime is coming. And the Hurricanes will kick it away to crank up the second half. Coming out with it, it's Ocha. Bulldozes his way through. He stopped at the 23, a couple yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. The Sooner offense returns to the field. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one. Put your best plays together. Start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
That last incompletion leaves him with 2nd and 10 from the 23. They'll give it to the back. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Wants to throw on 3rd. Caught near the sticks. It's Thompson. And it's a catch, but he's got enough for the first down. The Sooners come to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the air, it's Arnold. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Takes it the other way. He's at the 40. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Cade. How about that D coming up with a play like that? The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he did the pick 6.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too, now. Look at this. I show you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back.
They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick 6. He'll bring it out. It's Ocha. He's not even going to make it to the 20, much less the 25. They'll mark it out of bounds at the 18. Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice.
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
Man, it didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage in the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense. That forced the quarterback to have to hold on to it for just a split second longer, and they were able to get the sack.
Fires to the wideout. Complete to the left. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Another big play for this Sooner receiver, dare I say, Hollywood-esque.
Hollywood is right, and that's one guy that comes to mind, by the way. But This offense, it just does what it does. No matter the name, no matter the coach, whoever it is, it's going to be high-flying, it's going to be fast-paced, and it's going to be really good.
They dialed up the perfect call, splendid execution. Now they've got it threatening. 1st and 10 from the 27. He wants to throw. Fires left. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And that's why as quarterbacks you cannot telegraph routes. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to change a thing, Paul. They've done what they wanted in the first half and starting off the second half in the same fashion.
And I like how they're letting different guys get involved, too. They've got so many different playmakers all over the field.
To the air, it's Ward. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Picks up the 1st down and gets down to avoid contact.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stacks, but when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
It's incomplete. Good job by the defense sticking with its coverage. This offense has a 2nd down play. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Makes a catch at the 20. Touchdown, Miami! And the pummeling has started.
And you can tell he trusts his big tight end. Airing the football way down the field, treating him like a wide receiver because you know he's going to go up, make the big play, get you in the end zone, score a touchdown.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Allchuck. He took the risk bringing it out of the end zone, and he'll go out of bounds at the 20. So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
After the incompletion, back to the passing game. He's got an open man. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a 1st down. The Sooners moving quickly to the line.
That's a 1st down for the offense.
Fast motion from the offense. Looking to go up top on 1st down. Got it behind the line. It's Burks. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds. Got some of the work done on 1st. Now let's see what they have on 2nd down. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Coming after it. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. With the score, Miami 42, Oklahoma 14.
Now facing a 3rd down as they come back to the line after the break. Looking for a man. It's Arnold. Quickly out to the tight end. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the 1st down.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be...
He holds it in, and nobody's close. And he'll take it all the way. They couldn't bring him down. Touchdown, Sooners!
You want
something to be able to feel positive about after this game, and maybe that late touchdown will do it.
And Reese, I'm positive that stat counts on my stat line. Keep playing. Keep piling up those stats. There's nothing wrong with that.
And the extra point splits the uprights. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the final 53 yards coming courtesy of that touchdown pass. Maybe feeling a little better about things. Still a 21-point game as they're set to kick it off. He'll bring it out. It's Johnson. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the second half, Jesse.
And this has been a dream game for this play caller too, right? It's like anything that he's calling is working flawlessly.
Yeah, it's fun to be the offensive coordinator, but not the defensive coordinator. They have had no answers. It's been an absolutely miserable day trying to solve the riddle of this offense.
They're bringing heat. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves them with a 3rd and 6. To the air, it's Ward. Showing the arm strength to the left. Makes a connection. He's off to the races. Dances away again. Tag! Touchdown, Hurricane! And the beatdown has ensued. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they get it in with a huge play, an 80-yard touchdown pass. They're lining up to boot it away. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. To the air on 1st down. Unloads to the right. Right on the money to the outside. He dragged the toe, and how about the ball placement? Only the receiver could get it.
Yeah, and Palmer, I don't know what his grade's going to be, but hitting over 400 yards on the day, I think coaches are going to be pretty impressed with the day this young man had.
No doubt. I think for defensive coordinators moving forward now, you're going to be charged with having to find answers to try to slow this guy down. Today, we've seen this defense try blitzing, zone coverage, man coverage. They mix up personnel. None of it has worked. This guy has carved them apart.
Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. He was trying to get that return going. Instead, he'll hand it to his offense at the 38.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation.
Blouses.
Yeah, it was Giannis that got 30 points and 9 rebounds.
Welcome, everybody, and we are fired up for another sensational college football matchup. Nobody at home today who can stake their claim in this neutral site showdown. This isn't your run-of-the-mill matchup. You get a couple of powerhouses, both ranked in the top 10, and statements can be made in this one. As we'll see the number 9 team in the country, the LSU Tigers, taking on the 5th-ranked team in the land, the Miami Hurricanes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. LSU ready to kick it away to get things started. Fielded in the end zone, it's Johnson. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. A first down for the offense. Linebacker shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. On the move, he fires. Finds a man on the right. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. After a big gainer on that first play, now they can really go for it on 1st and 10. Trying to get to him. Scrambling away. He's turning it loose into the middle. Throws into double coverage, and it's picked off. Got some room to run. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And on this opening drive, the offense trying to be aggressive, attacking deep down the field. But they're going to have to do a better job of taking advantage of those one-on-one matchups because that time the defense won. They were able to high point the football, creating the interception.
Defense loves to show heat and try to confuse the quarterback. Maybe some confusion on the snap count. It's going to be a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. First down here for the offense. From the gun, the running back looking for room. And the defense makes a big hit and knocks him down. Tried to pound it on first down, now back to the line. Red pass, it's complete. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. LSU right back to the line. Dropping back, it's Nussmeier. He looks that one in nicely. They'll get it to the 48, no need to measure, it's a first down. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. This time they'll go to the running game. They get him on the ground at the 37, but give him 15 yards on that chunk play, and they'll move the chains. And the Tigers are marching down the field. Off the play fake on first down, the throw. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. Now the offense has to overcome the negative play after the defense comes up with a sack. On second down, they'll take to the air. Shoots it to the left. Got him downfield. This defense giving up ground as he's finally knocked down at the 26. First down here for the offense. Looking to move it through the air. Fires to the middle. A strike downfield. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it first and goal at the 6. Corner's right up on that line of scrimmage. He wants to throw it. Lets it go to the end zone. And he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity, but it's incomplete. And the D deny them on 2nd and goal. Looking to throw it again. He makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. Ball placement is paramount on a throw like that, and the quarterback was perfect, and the receiver hauled it in.
I mean, drop it in the bucket. What a great throw. Put that ball outside where only my wide receiver can get it, or it's not in harm's way of the DB, make an interception. My guy can go make a play. Nice throw by the QB.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Johnson. He gets it across the 25 to the 27 after bringing it out of the end zone. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays, and I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this round.
Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was so he's outside the tackle.
He's going to throw deep right side. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. Touchdown, Canes! And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
And how about him? Nice job catching the football and then turn it into a playmaker. Turn it into a small, wide receiver. The tight end shows off the ability to run after the catch, make a big play, and get the big touchdown.
After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. Coming out with it, it's Thomas. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown, everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
Motion from the offense. Looking for a man. It's Nussmeier. And that ball is picked off. Looking for more room. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
I'll tell you what, it puts you in a tough position when you're backed up inside your own 20 trying to come out. But when you're a defense and you can force a turnover and you already set your offense up in scoring position, they are going to be extremely happy, and that offensive coordinator is going to look extremely smart.
They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Escapes the center. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
And that is a huge play for the defense. Offense has it in your red zone. You're trying to knock them out of field goal range. The only way you do that is by creating negative plays, and they get the sack.
Not looking for the end zone. It falls incomplete, and that'll do it for the quarter. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. They've changed ends of the field, now facing 3rd down as they go back to work. Wide out in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Got enough space. found that 6 points waiting on him. The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Thomas. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
D looks as if they're about to bring the heat. Fires to the big fella. A little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Back to throw, it's Nussmeier. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
I don't care how talented you are as a quarterback, but your accuracy always goes down when you get hit. Nice job by the QB scrambling, working to his right, but he wasn't completing that pass with that pressure.
They'll run the option. He'll pitch it. And they just didn't get anybody on that defense out of position, and they will lose yardage on that one.
And that's a great job by the defense, understanding exactly the situation, understanding to stay home, play sound. No matter who gets the football, we're going to run to the football hard. We're going to cage the football, be disciplined. Nice job by the defense.
The play action fake. Throws to the wideout. He's got it. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
They'll throw it on first down. Unloads to the wideout. And the pass hits, picked off. Didn't really get a chance to get started on that return, but he has set him up at the 41-yard line.
Not all DBs make the play at the end, right? They can bat the ball down, they can be in position, but they don't really secure the football. Great job by the DB securing the football and forcing the turnover.
Grabbed in the middle, it's Johnson.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
Scanning the field, it's Ward. He lost one down the sideline. It's a big stride inside the 10. Touchdown, Hurricane! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. That touchdown gives his team a pretty significant lead at this point.
And that's what you want. You want to start fast. You want everything to come out, start clicking, make some plays. It doesn't always work that way, but when you do, man, the energy, the crowd, everybody's into it. Now the other team better respond.
He'll bring it out. It's Thomas. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them the football on this drive. You're down in the game. There's obviously a lot of football left, David, but on this drive, in this 2-minute situation, best players got to touch the ball.
And this could get into pressing mode, right? Like you go into the half down a couple of scores, it starts to, the pressure really mounts. Good opportunity to take some of that pressure off, get some momentum, energize this squad going into halftime.
He's got it all right. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the wideout. He's got it. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They're going to throw it again. He makes a grab. Huge gain before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it first and goal.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
When I get inside the 3 on first and goal, I want to be aggressive with the ball. I want to be physical. I want to be the more dominant team. You might know it's coming, but I'm still going to bring it. They tried to go with the changeup. They tried to throw the football very unsuccessfully. Nice job by the defense being ready for everything, even though they're inside the 3-yard.
Got it! And he will score! Touchdown, Tiger! They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, they're down a touchdown, 21-14. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finish it off by connecting from 10 yards out. He'll bring it out. It's Johnson. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a...
Going for the big play. And that ball is hauled in inside the 35. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30-plus. Back to pass, it's Ward. Right down the middle. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he makes a completion there, set up and in business at the 20. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. They're down to the 20, first and 10. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Looking to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Canes. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half.
LSU 14.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Thomas. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? He wants to start this drive with a pass. On the run, still looking. Wide open downfield. All kinds of running room. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field, and they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Fires toward the end zone. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. That's going to do it here in the first half. Everybody stick with us. We'll head to halftime. And the Canes will kick it away to start the second half. Fielded in the end zone. It's Thomas. He was looking for a lot more on that one. Instead, he's out of bounds at the 14. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little second half running the football problem out of this group.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different run plays. I think it's up to the big fellas up front. They've just got to make the decision that they're going to be tougher here in the second half so that they can win this game.
And he's brought down after a huge completion. LSU quick to the line. Love to see the fearlessness of a quarterback to work the middle of the field.
And he's got so much confidence in his own arm talent to be able to get that football there before the defense can break it up.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. Back to throw, it's Nussmeier. He's going for the big play. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge game if he could have held on. 3rd down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Fires to the middle. He's got it, and they convert. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect 4th down call there. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it on their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's hard throwing in the pocket, man. You got bodies, 300-pound dudes falling all over the place. They're trying to hit you. That time, the pressure got to them, and it forced the incompletion.
They want to just keep throwing it. That is just a sideline clinic. Throw, catch, toe drag, everything you want. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. Play will stand. LSU lining up 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making a good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, LSU! Lining up to add another. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Coming out with it, it's Johnson. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
Still running at the 40. Can anyone catch him? He's at the 20. Inside the 10. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Miami!
This offense looked unstoppable in the first half, lighting up the scoreboard, and it doesn't look much different here in the second half. They take their first drive of the third quarter, march it down the field, and score. There's no end in sight for these guys.
And he made the extra point without problem. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll bring it out. It's Thomas. Knocked down right at the 25, and I guess he breaks even, bringing it out of the end zone. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive...
Open runway ahead. The 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Tigers. And once he got loose, it was all over.
Man, oh, man, when you got a weapon like that, you got to find him, and you got to give him the ball in space. You have some plays on your play sheet, and some of them just say, that guy, get him the ball, let him do the rest. Dangerous weapon out of the backfield, catching the football, making the big play.
And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. He'll bring it out. It's Johnson. And stampeding through the defense. That is not what he had in mind on that return as he goes out of bounds and leaves the offense with terrible field position at the 8. We'll see what they can do on this drive as it starts at the 8. Leaves it with the running back. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down.
Another good run. Man, he has been picking up yards in bunches today. Jesse showing off all the skills.
And he's showing no signs of slowing down, David. This guy just gets better as the game goes on. He is a beast.
He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit.
Well, this is one of the fastest quarterbacks in college football, and that's why the option's a good idea, because if he can get out in space and he has a chance to get downfield, he is really difficult to tackle, and he's very difficult.
He's going to fire deep. He's got it inside the 25. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Hurricane.
If I'm a play caller nowadays, man, I want more guys like this. Just versatility. You can see he can catch it out of the backfield like a wide receiver, or he can run it. Nice job catching the football with his hands, using his speed to do the rest and get into the end zone.
He'll bring it out. It's Thomas. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had.
He uncorks one deep. Picked off. And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business.
Well, I think it's pretty safe to say this guy's going to be getting a helmet sticker. That's now his second interception of the game. He has just been lights out here today.
The offense lining up for a first down play. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Fires the pass, intercepted. How about that? Making a play and setting up your offense inside the 40 at the 39.
And that's just excellent coverage. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board. You still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open. And if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
Pulls it in. It's Durham.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Miami 42, LSU 28.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Back to throw, it's Nussmeier. Fires to the right. Complete downfield. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. And they take it in for 6 more points. Well, if the momentum hadn't shifted before, it certainly has now.
It has, and now you got some game pressure, right? That's beautiful. Now the defense comes out, get you a stop, get aggressive, but the offense, a little bit of pressure now because they know if the ball goes back to the other side, they could lose this ball game.
And the extra point is good. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone, it's Johnson. Another ball is knocked free. It's recovered by the kicking team, and they'll steal a possession.
You just can't have that happen if you're on the return team. You know if you lose the football now, you're giving the other offense the ball back deep in your own end. It simply can't happen.
They'll throw it on first down. Getting some heat. Snags it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, LSU.
How about the day for this young fella? That's a 4-game stretch. Nope, 4 touchdowns in 1 game. He has been the focal point of this offense, and he has not disappointed.
The extra point is up and good, and we are tied up in the 4th. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. 1 play, and they put it on the board. Fielded in the end zone. It's Johnson. Makes a move. Oh, what vision. Can they catch him? They won't get him. It's a touchdown. No guts, no glory. Caught it in the end zone. Didn't hesitate for a millisecond to take that thing back, and boy, did it pay off.
And this is why kickoff returns are so exciting. There's so much space between you and the other team flying down the field. The only time you're going to be provided that much space, and you could tell he knew what to do with that space. Kicked on the Jets by Felicia.
Coming out with it, it's Thomas. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. He's going to pass. Lets it fly. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. The incompletion brings up a 2nd down. Looking to pass. It's Nussmeier. Spits it out to the back. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Cade.
You've got to be so careful as a quarterback throwing over the middle of the field with this linebacker. He is so good in coverage, reading the quarterback's eyes. He'll make you pay. And he did right there with that pick 6.
And he makes the extra point. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick 6, and that defense will come out feeling it. He'll bring it out. It's Thomas. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
On second down, looking again to throw. Makes the catch. It's Lacy. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. You string together a few games like this, and all of a sudden you're pursuing Jamar Chase for that single-season receiving record.
And pursuing some postseason hardware, too, baby. Like, you're trying to be the best receiver in football.
And it's picked off for the fourth time today. He'll try to take it back. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the fourth quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock.
He's loose. He's at the 10. And he'll take it in. They couldn't get him on the ground. Touchdown, Miami. On to attempt the try. And the kick is good, but there's a penalty flag, and I think it's going to be roughing the kicker. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. He'll bring it out. It's Thomas. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. The offense set for a first down play. He's looking to throw it. He lets one fly deep. Wide open, he makes the catch. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers! This dude is just slicing and dicing this defense into little tiny pieces.
Carving them up, completely comfortable, knows exactly what he's getting, had so much success today. You got to find a way to make these quarterbacks feel more uncomfortable.
Dropping back, it's Nussmeier. Makes the grab for the two-point conversion as they cut further into that lead. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinator. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that.
Well, great job by the hands team receiving there. They're able to spot the kick, fall on it, make sure they keep possession, secure it. Nice job.
And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Smart move to keep it on the ground. Nowhere to run on that when he loses 4 on the carry. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Looking to throw on second down. Pressure coming. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Wide receiver shows motion. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Finds his man. It's George.
And, man, this quarterback has had a day. With that pass, he goes over 300 yards on the day. Really nice job executing, putting up some yards today. Pretty good day for the young man.
The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Makes the grab well past the sticks. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Hurricane! They want to see if they can score the deuce. From the gun, looking for a man. Feeling some heat. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
LSU 50.
He'll bring it out. It's Thomas. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback.
LSU offense will take over. 1st and 10.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. This offense has pretty much been stuck in the mud the entire game. It's been a frustrating performance, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, you can't be hanging your head just...
Time to take a shot. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on 1st down. 2nd down coming up. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Wants to throw. It's Nussmeier. He wants a big play here late. And it slips through his fingers. Incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. 3rd and 10, still backed up inside their own 20. This drive hasn't really gotten started. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll try to do it himself. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Going up top on 1st down. Pocket starts to collapse. Looking to scramble. Here's a throw downfield late. And that is his 5th interception, a nightmare he is not waking up from. Bringing it back. And he can't hold on to the ball at the end of this big game. Defense coming up with a... Look at that toughness, just running through everybody. Oh, better look out. And after the pick, everybody